morning and welcome to your morning movement medicine class. So this class is basically a Pilates morning class. There might be a few yoga poses in there as well. This class is designed to help get you moving first thing in the morning, to help you mobilize the body, to switch on the mind, to activate through the core muscles, working on your posture, supporting the back, and to generally help you feel a little bit more energized as you step into today. So whether you are taking this class in your PJs still, or maybe you're still in bed, we're going to start there. Wherever you are, I invite you to come and lie down on your backs. So take your time bringing yourself down onto your backs. We're going to pop the soles of the feet together, gently open the legs wide to a diamond shape. Maybe take a little fidget and then allow them to settle. Just allow gravity to pull the knees down. We're going to place one hand on the heart and one hand on the belly, and we'll softly close the eyes. So as we arrive into today, we're going to forget everything that's happened in the past. We're not going to dwell on the future, and we're simply going to be grateful for this brand new day ahead. Let's bring some breath into our day. So take a big breath into the belly. Pilates breath, we're breathing in through the nose, and then I invite you to let it all go. Big sigh through the mouth. So you're taking a big breath in through the nose. Use all of that space. Start to wake up those lungs. And then exhale, big sigh through the mouth. Let's do that one more time. Big breath in. Fill up the lungs, the rib cage. Use the diaphragm. Wake everything up in the torso. And then exhale. Let everything negative leave the body this morning. Leaving the legs as they are, extending both arms overhead as you flutter the eyes open. Start to stretch through the shoulders, through the rib cage here. And then floating the hands down, placing them onto the thighs. Push the legs away from you. So really press the legs away from your torso. Start to make space into the lower back. Decompress the spine. Overnight, everything gets cozy, gets shorter, everything gets compressed. So we're going to unravel this morning, making space. Let's ease off. Bring those knees together, hugging both knees into your chest. Try to keep stillness here as you press your lower back into the ground, softening here through the upper body, and then extending into a full body stretch this morning. Maybe you want to let it all out. Big stretch. Start to flex the feet, maybe circling the wrists, circling the hands, bringing some gentle movement into your day. When you feel ready, let's invite the right knee in. Hug that right knee into your chest, stretching through the lower back. And then possibly, if it's there for you today, chin to chest, curl, abdominal curl into the upper body as you draw the knee closer in. So like I say, this morning we're going to stretch out, but we're also going to start to switch on. So stretch out and switch on at the same time. Let's gently pop the head down, pop that foot down, full body stretch here. And then we'll take it the other side. So left knee hugs in first, chin comes to the chest, draw that belly in and hug up close towards that left knee. So pausing here as you activate through the core muscles and stretch out through the lower back. And now we'll extend, pop that leg down, taking a full body stretch. From here, placing the right foot on top of the left. Taking hold of your right wrist with your left hand. And then we side bend. So you're going to slide both feet to the bottom left corner. You're going to pull the right arm to the top left corner. Keeping the head down, the chest open, and I invite you to breathe into the right side body. So a big stretch through that right rib cage, into the shoulder, into the hip. Take a breath here as you open up. And then slowly come back to center and untangle. Let's bring the right knee back into the chest. So hug the right knee in again. Once again, we lift the upper abdominals up into ab curl. Then maybe if you want to develop, we extend the right leg. Take a hamstring stretch as you open up through the back of the leg. Your class this morning, you take whatever feels right for you. Let's lower down, coming back into that full body stretch when you're ready. Hugging the left knee into the chest. Gently peeling the upper body up into ab curl. And then possibly extending the left leg up. Finding our gentle hamstring stretch here this morning as well. So a gorgeous breath, settling here. And then lowering back down into that full body stretch. This time the left foot goes on top of the right. You take hold of the left wrist with the right hand and we side bend. So you're going to slide the feet to the bottom right corner, pull the hand over to the top right hand corner and breathe into the left side body here. So head is down, making space, stretching everything out, and then coming gently back to center and untangling yourself. Now I invite you to bend your knees, bringing the hands gently down by your sides. So knees are parallel, hands are relaxed. Let's peel into bridge. Tuck in your tailbone under, lift the hips off the ground. Press in the hips up. Try and keep those hips level as we open out through the front body. Activate through the glutes, the backs of the legs. Now we're going to roll down vertebrae by vertebrae. Massage out your spine, wake it up, and the bottom will touch the floor last. So let's repeat this. The head stays down, shoulders are relaxed, your feet are grounded here. We're pressing those hips up, starting to switch on between the bottom, the backs of the legs, but giving the back time to come down, to contact the ground on the way down, and to release any tension, any knots there through the spine. Let's do this one more time, keeling yourself up, squeezing the bottom, knees are coming towards one another, and then we're going to slowly roll ourselves all the way down, vertebrae by vertebrae. Leave the hips where they are. Leave the bottom down. Inhale, sweep both arms overhead. Hands come to touch the ground. And exhale as we bring the arms down by the sides. So the feet are grounded, knees are parallel. We're now coordinating the breath and the arms. So we're opening up through the shoulders. But whilst you take the arms overhead, still think about switching on your core. Draw the belly in towards the back so the back doesn't arch up as the arms come overhead. Okay, let's do this one last time, sweeping those arms all the way over. And now as you bring the arms back, bringing both knees in towards the chest, hugging both knees in. Now, if you'd like to, coming back into that ab curl, so the chin comes to the chest, you lift your shoulder blades off the floor. You're in a tiny ball. Now we're going to curl around. So I'm going to tap both feet to the floor as I pop my head down and take the arms overhead. Then going to take the arms around to the side as I bring the knees back in and crunch into that ball once again. So I'm going to do this a few times. So the toes are going to tap down as the arms come overhead, the head drops. We sweep the arms around a big circle as the knees come in and you hug back into that tiny ball. So we're starting to work the core, switching on through the abdominals. We're mobilizing the shoulders with that big circle and we're stretching into the lower back by gently pulling those legs in towards us. Know that if you'd like to do the arms and legs only and leave the head down the entire time, then that's absolutely fine. No problem whatsoever. We're going to make this one our last one. So gently taking your time, slowing everything down, and then after you've hugged in, unravel, take that big full body stretch one last time. Once you're in the full body stretch, just turning your head side to side, making sure there's no tension through the neck, through the upper back. Let's slowly, gently roll ourselves over onto our fronts whenever you're ready to join. Taking the arms out to a cactus stance, so elbows in line with shoulders, feet down onto the ground. We exhale, lift the upper body up, elbows stay on the floor, squeezing through the shoulder blades, eye line stays looking down, and we inhale as we lower. Okay, so I'm going to exhale, peel the body up, squeeze the shoulder blades together, slide them down the back away from the ears, and then control as you lower. So we want to keep our spine in alignment so there's no creases in the back of the neck. Imagine someone's got some string and they're pulling it out of your head, really trying to lengthen, make space through the spine. The elbows, the forearms are staying down to give you some extra support this morning as we switch on through our posterior chain. Let's make the next one our last one, really squeezing those shoulder blades together, opening up through the chest. Now, when we come down, we're going to pop one hand on top of the other, rest the forehead onto the hands, and make sure the shoulders are fully relaxed. Now it's time for the legs. We lift one leg off the ground as you exhale. Inhale as you lower, and exhale, change sides. So we're alternating leg lifts here. Keep those hips square to the ground. Don't lift the leg too high so that the hips twist. Think about lengthening that leg away from you. And again, we're switching on the muscles in the bottom, the backs of the legs into the lower back. Because sometimes if we jump out of bed first thing in the morning and we feel a bit cold and the muscles are still a bit stiff, that's when injuries can occur because the muscles aren't ready for the day. The body is still feeling a little cozy, a little closed off from the evening. And maybe our minds are just not quite there either. Maybe we're not quite ready for the day ahead. Let's pop that leg all the way down, sliding the hands underneath the shoulders and gently press yourself up, bringing the knees directly under the hips so we arrive on a box and gently rock those hips side to side. A little bit of movement there into the lower back. Let's settle onto all fours, finding a flat back here. We're going to extend the right arm forwards and the left leg back. So right arm, left leg. We're going to exhale as we lift arm and leg in line with the rest of the body and then tap down to the floor. So the right arm, the left leg lift. Don't come any higher than the back, and then control as we lower. Chest and hips are square to the ground. We're not twisting. We're drawing the belly towards the spine, pressing away from that left hand. Last one here. Really extend, make space, and then pop the hands and knee down to the mat. Let's extend left arm, right leg. Find your balance first. And then we exhale as we lift. Inhale as we lower. That's really important first thing in the morning as well, to do some balance, some coordination exercises, because it helps not only wake up the body, but it's going to help us wake up the mind too. So we're going to start to switch on through our mind. It's going to help us to have a productive day. So activating the core, don't let the back arch, and then reset hand and knee back down onto the mat. Okay, let's come into child's pose when you're ready. Bottom towards the heels, reaching those arms forwards. Allow the forehead to come down in the direction of the mat. Maybe you want to take your knees a little bit wider this morning. Maybe a fidget, maybe some stillness. Just whatever makes you feel comfortable here. And then I invite you to really breathe into the lower back. From here, I invite you to lift your bottom and ripple yourself forwards. We're going to find a half high plank. Just to reiterate, this is Pilates, not a yoga, so we're not dropping the hips too low. Keep the hips away from the ground, pressing away from those hands, a long spine. Activate the tummy, draw the belly button in, switch on those tummy muscles. And now lead with the hips as you come back into child's pose. Let's do that again. So I'm going to ripple the body forwards, curve through the back, unravel, find a half high plank. So I press my fingertips wide, feel really strong. This is where you start to feel energized here in this pose. And then lead with the tailbone, coming back into child's pose. Let's settle here, staying here. The left arm threads underneath the right arm. So the left ear comes down to the ground. The right arm is reaching towards the top of the mat, trying to sink the bottom towards the heels. Maybe you might want to put a pillow there to help make that feel a little bit more comfortable. And then let's reach that left arm forwards. This time taking the right arm underneath the left hand. The right ear comes down to the ground. Breathing into the shoulder blades here, into the lower back. Just enjoying this wonderful stretch here. And then we'll reset, bringing both hands through once again. Okay, lifting the bottom, peel yourself back through to that half high plank. Now settle here. Your wrists and shoulders should be in a line. The spine is long, the tummy's switched on. So we're just going to stay here. Think about the powerful breath. In through the nose, out through the mouth. And knowing that anytime you face something that's a little challenging, whether it's on the mat or off, take a few big breaths and then hopefully everything will start to feel a little bit more comfortable, a little bit more able, okay? So last breath here. And then knowing your strength, lead with the hips coming back, but this time tucking those toes under, lifting the knees off the mat, and gently take your hips up towards the ceiling. We arrive in a downward facing dog. So let's take a little pedal, pressing one heel down into the floor at a time, bending into the other knee. The arms are long, you're pressing the chest through, try not to collapse into the shoulders. Don't push the head through either. Keep the ears in line with the arms here. And then after we've taken a few pedals, let's bend our knees generously. Walk your hands all the way in towards your feet. So your heels are down, your knees are slightly bent, and you're dangling. Just let the arms hang heavy. Let the head hang heavy. The weight's in your toes, not in your heels. Knees are slightly bent, tailbones lifting up towards the ceiling, and you're feeling a gorgeous opening through the entire back chain of the body here. So taking a lovely breath while we're here. And then we'll keep the chin on the chest as you roll up, feeling really powerful, really positive, really strong. Let the shoulders drop down. Let the chin come away from the chest. Take a few shoulder rolls while you're here, okay? So inhaling, bringing the shoulders up, and exhaling, rolling them down the back, starting to feel grounded. Both feet are flat on the floor, knees are slightly soft, and we're releasing any tension through the shoulders here. Let's let the shoulders drop. Bring that right arm all the way up in line with the ear, and then reach the left arm down your leg, taking a side bend standing. So the right arm's in line with the ear, it's open, the chest is open here. Bringing yourself back to center, sweeping the left arm up. Now the right arm slides down the leg towards the knee as you reach over with that left arm. So a big side bend here. Coming back to center, this time reach both arms all the way up, lift up and out of those hips, diving the arms forwards. The chin comes to the chest as you let the arms fall heavy, let the head hang heavy. Just roll yourself down, lift the tailbone high, simply dangle here for a moment, maybe take a sway this time. Maybe you found stillness last time or vice versa, whatever works for you. And then we're going to bend our knees generously and come back down onto our hands and knees. So now bringing the hands underneath the shoulders again, uncurling the toes, maybe taking that little hip sway once again, but then finding some stillness. So powering through the hands, knees are grounded, tummy is switched on, and the back is straight here. This time, let's leave the knees down. You're going to sweep the right arm forwards, lift it up in line with the ear. Now, I invite you to bring that right arm the long way around towards your hip, like a breaststroke arm. Then you're going to sweep through center, reach to the top of the mat. I'm going to keep going with this right arm. So I'm taking a big circle with the shoulder, coming up past my body and reaching in line with the ears. Pressing away from that left hand. Mobilizing through the shoulder and switching on through our posterior chain. Last one here. And then we'll reset. Pop that right hand down onto the mat. We will do the other side. So the left arm sweeps forwards. Try not to twist the body. The left arm comes around down by your side and then sweeps up past the body in line with the ear. So you're coming around, keeping the hips, the shoulders square to the floor, sweeping up through center in line with the ears. Try to really draw the belly towards the spine, working on moving through the shoulder, building some strength through the underneath shoulder here as well. Last one, popping that left hand down onto the ground, leading in the bottom, coming back into your child's pose. Arms reach forwards, forehead bows down. This time, flip the hands over, thumbs pointing out to the side. We open up through the shoulders here as the palms of the hands face up to the ceiling. Take a big breath into the back body, hopefully starting to feel a lot more alert, a lot more in tune with your body this morning, and starting to feel a little bit more energized this morning too. Let's slowly walk our hands in towards us. So we're going to be on a kneeling position. Maybe your knees are slightly wide. Okay, my bottom's on the heels. Just going to rest the hands onto the thighs. Inhale as you lift the chest. Take the eye line up, arching through the back. Exhale as you take it the other way. Chin to the chest. Curve that spine. So we do this again. So this is a kneeling cat and cow, and you can see that I'm tilting through the pelvis. I'm making space as I lift the tailbone, and then I'm tucking my tailbone under as I look down at the belly and curve the back. We're going to do that one more time. So tilting up, make space here, and then gently bringing the body curving over. Finding a neutral spine whenever you're ready. Going to gently come onto the bottom, taking the legs out into a straddle. So taking the legs out long here. Knees are turning up towards the ceiling. Hands come behind the bottom so you can press the hips forwards, lengthen out, make space through the back. We're going to sweep those arms all the way up. Try and lift up and out of the hips. And now cactus pull. Bring the elbows down towards the rib cage and then sweep back up towards the ceiling. Let's do that one more time. Pulling the elbows down, open through the chest, and then sweep those hands all the way up. Melt the hands down onto the ground in front of you, and then fold the body over, chin to chest, curve the back, soften through the elbows. Keep peeling those knees back so the knees are not rolling forwards. Feeling those inner thighs switching on here, opening through the pelvis. And then walking the hands in towards you as you lift your body up. Maybe assisting those legs as they come forward. So now both legs are straight. Once again, I'm going to reach those arms up towards the ceiling. This time, as you cactus pull, I'm going to twist at the same time. So as I cactus pull, I bring the right elbow forwards, the left elbow back. And then I come up through center and take it the other way. So it's still a cactus pull, but I'm alternating one elbow forwards, one elbow back, and then coming up through center. So a gorgeous twist to open through your posture, to work on opening out through the chest this morning, and then to find that length through the back chain of the body as well. This is our last one here. Inhale as you sweep the arms up. Exhale, we're going to fold over. Melt the body forwards, finding a hamstring forward fold. So legs are long. Possibly the knees are slightly bent this early in the morning. That's okay. Feet are soft. They're relaxed wherever you want to be. Don't worry about reaching for your toes. Hands either side of the legs. Elbows bent, shoulders soft. Big breath into the back chain of the body here while we settle here for a moment longer. Big breath, giving your body time to really wake up through the hamstrings. Now let's peel ourselves all the way up. Bend those knees. Find your way back over onto all fours. Once again, back into that fidget for the last time here as we just rock those hips gently side to side. Tucking the toes under, lifting the knees off, pressing the hips up towards the ceiling. Ease the chest through. Really try and find some space here as you allow those heels to fall down heavy. Generously bend the knees as you're walking the hands in. So we're back into that dangling forward fold position. Let the head drop, let the shoulders go. Maybe give the shoulders a little roll this time. Maybe start to singularly roll the shoulders or turn the head side to side. And then keeping the chin on the chest, rolling yourself with positivity, with powerfulness all the way up towards our standing posture. Again, coming into those shoulder rolls. So some big, powerful shoulder rolls now. Maybe the arms are getting involved as well. Maybe we're making the arms a little bit bigger here, starting to make things bigger, more open, and a lot more free. And then allow the arms to stay wide, the shoulders to stay relaxed as you gently sway the upper body side to side. Now you can see I'm popping a heel every time I twist to the side. Don't place the arms, just let them sway. Get a little bit of energy, a little bit of freedom moving through that body this morning. And then without feeling silly, I want you to settle in the center and I just want you to shake. Shake your arms, shake your legs, maybe shake your bum. Just shake everything out. Get lots of energy moving through your body and then allow yourself to relax. and hopefully you feel more energized. You feel that your body is a little bit more switched on this morning. Your brain is more in tune with your body, and you've got that oxygen moving all around. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know how you found it. If you like a morning practice, know that we do a Thursday morning live yoga, 7:15 every Thursday morning. Yes, it's a yoga, so it's a bit different to this, but it's a great way to start your morning. So hopefully I'll see you on the mat then.